Good morning, how are you?
Fine.
We're in the Eurostar Lounge waiting for our departure to Lille, France. We arrived just as a Disneyland train was boarding. That's fun, let me tell you.
We're still boarding.
Imagine 5 flights to Orlando, leaving from one gate. That's what this was like. Kind of crazy. It's amazing how the joint's cleared out. When we arrived, there were literally no seats and tons of people standing around. So you can see how the crowd is going up the escalator now. At least we're not on that train though.
True.
Welcome to France. So that's our hotel, and here in Amiens. Okay, this is impressive. Very, very impressive. What do you think?
It's beautiful.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're here at the Eiffel Museum. I think that's how you say it. It's a war memorial that's been here since the 1930s, and they just added the museum. It opened in June. It's got a bunch of poppies, remembrances, and church over there. Looks kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Giant grand memorial. The museum we were in is below this memorial. And beautiful spot here overlooking the countryside of France. Concept sketch of this memorial. What's over here?
Just a bench for reflection, which I can immediately tell is British. Well, the whole thing pretty much is that you could tell by the grave markers, the French.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference. The British have very distinct.
So what was this site?
One of the back and forth battles of the Somme, which changed hands, and eventually the British and the French captured it from the Germans at the end of the war, but there was huge losses on both sides.
And the summer marks the 100th anniversary of all that happening.
Yes. Started July 1st.
This area is so peaceful and serene. It's kind of hard to imagine it under siege and attack and destruction. We're here at the Beaumont Hamel Newfoundland Memorial. Nice caribou sculpture up there at the top. They say this is the largest memorial site in the Somme. A number of trenches have been preserved, crater holes around. We're going on a tour right now. I believe this is the remnants of the main British trench. This is called the Danger Tree, and evidently it's a remnant from the original battle.
Yes.
So this dead trunk has been here for over 100 years. So this is no man's land. You can see the craters still here. Insane to think about the amount of destruction that was going on. This is the Delville Wood Memorial. It is mostly to South Africans. New museum in that building that was just dedicated on the 12th of July by Zumu, who was here. So, interesting.
Very well done.
Yeah. Oh, it's Thursday morning. No, wait. It's actually Friday. Where are... Hey. So where are we?
We are in the glade of the Armistice near Compiègne, where the November 11th Armistice was signed. And then in 1940, the capitulation of France was also signed. The same railway car that was brought here by Hitler, who had the capitulation signed in the exact same car as the November 11th, 1918 armistice.
I guess this is a World War I tank. The diagram's kind of interesting, showing how it's operated. Don't think I'd want to do that.
This railway coach was originally one of 37 tramcars ordered by the Compagnie Internationale de Wagons from the Saint-Denis Building Company.
This is a significant site for both the end of World War I and World War II. There are pictures inside the museum of all the notorious Nazis standing around in this area looking at these monuments, or the originals. These are all reproductions.
No, when the Nazis came here, it was the original train car that was used to sign the Versailles Treaty.
Right. But I'm talking about these monuments. Were all of these things destroyed after 1940?
Everything was destroyed after they used it for their signing of France's capitulation.
Still, to see folks like Hitler and Goering standing right here, and now we're here, it's kind of unnerving. Well, this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. We've come into Compiègne Center.
Compiègne.
Oh. We've come into Compiègne Center and looking for some food, right?
Yeah.
I found this
Sightseeing, looking for food.
lovely garden and impressive looking, City Hall?
Yes.
So, hopefully we'll find something for him to eat.
Are you not going to eat?
Oh, I can eat. It's a question of whether we'll find something you want to eat.
I'm sure we'll do that.
This thing is very impressive, that's for sure. It's Saturday morning. We are just trying to see the cathedral before we go. Train at 1:30. So you can see the painting on the figures and the pattern of the fake tile, which is very much the effect they're trying to create outside with the lights at night. I think it's interesting. It only makes sense that those figures would have been painted originally. Not sure why they haven't been restored. Well, it's all very impressive, but I don't understand why. It strikes me as kind of silly and pointless. But then again, I'm not Catholic. Don't get it, don't understand it. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was really beautiful, and I really enjoyed it. But I grew up Catholic, so
It's just,
I have more of an understanding.
it's so elaborate. I don't get why, what it's for. So I guess this is an illustration of the difference between the weathered version and the original color version. That right there, the Mercure, has been our hotel. It's very close to the cathedral. Amiens has been a charming little destination, but it is time for us to depart. We're up in the tower at a big Australian memorial. I know the wind is blowing. I'm trying to find a calm place. Spectacular view from up here. The big battle here was in 1918, so they're preparing a new visitor center that's going to open in 2018 in 2 years. We may need to come back as a result. Big pit.
There's also
being
damage
dug.
left by World War II that they specifically didn't fix.
Oh, what's that?
It's downstairs, bullet holes.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I can see the bullet holes. Interesting. We made it. Last minute panic. We almost got lost. Didn't fill the car up with fuel. Tried to, but then realized it was diesel at the last minute, and then we weren't at a diesel pump. there was no diesel at the station, evidently. It was weird. So yeah, we'll probably have to pay a big fine for that.
Train.
We're gonna make the train. So here comes our train. Cute little French town, just zipping by. So Richie made his stop at his favorite candle store.
Yes, I did.
True Grace, and now we're walking around. Just came upon St. James Palace. That's a pretty nice view here in St. James Park. I don't think we're going to do the London Eye again this year. Just don't have the patience for waiting in the lines.
No.